Hey friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing so well. Welcome to the thrift store. I'm bringing you a full cart of thrifted goodies. I literally found so much it was overflowing, so I wanted to start off by showing you that. But back to when I first entered the store, the first two items I found were on a new rack, and they're both two Ted Baker shirts. So two polos, each of them $4.99. I end up getting these for $4.50, so you'll see those later on in the haul. Then this was something that I thought was interesting. I felt this and it felt nice, and I'd never heard of this cold storage foul weather gear. And I put this in the cart for a while and I looked it up, but it didn't seem like it had that great of a return on my investment, and so I decided to leave it behind. Same thing with this piece. That's funny. It's from the brand called Pieces. I liked that it had the little pearls all over it, but I didn't see that it would sell for very much. Now, this is an aloe yoga piece, and I love aloe yoga. This is an older style from them, but I'm going to pick it up in hopes that my husband can wear it and will like it. And then next up is this beautiful cashmere sweater. It's 100% cashmere by Gladstone. And I don't know that brand, but anytime I find cashmere, I get pretty excited because cashmere is just one of those things that sells well for me. $4.99 for that, so $4.50. Beautiful cashmere sweater. Oh, so glad I found that. And then this I thought was so exciting. This came out on a new rack and they did not mark it up. Thankfully, it is a Vuori piece, which I don't find that often. But for $4.50, you better believe that I'm also going to grab that to sell. And it looks like they're a pair of joggers, but I'll do some more research on those. These are a pair of shoes I went back and forth on, and they're so interesting looking. They are from Donald J. Pliner. I like to sell Donald Pliner, but some pieces from him do better than others. And I do think that these just were gonna kind of sit. They look kind of like bowling shoes, and they're not super cute. They're kind of ugly, but I did think about it. Then this is a brand I've heard about in kids clothing. It's called Posh Peanut, but this is a robe and it was only $1.99, but this robe, I think it might have been able to sell for 20 bucks, if that. So I decided to leave it. And then this Point Sur little sweater, I thought it was so pretty, but it does have some stains on it. If it didn't have stains, I probably would pick this up to resell because I have sold this brand quite a few times for around 40 bucks. But I'll show you guys everything I got when we get home. Okay guys, we are back from the thrift store and my receipt is quite lengthy. So I definitely found tons of amazing things to resell. You guys saw me pick up quite a few of them and I am so jazzed about today's haul. I spent $148.85 on 31 items. So that comes out to $4.80 per item. Many of these things are going to be able to resell for at least $35. And so we're really looking at a hefty amount of profit on each of these pieces. So I'm super jazzed. Let's start with some of the first things that I saw when I walked in. Many things that you're gonna see in today's haul have a green tag on them. That's the color that they were putting out while I was there. So I was grabbing green tags and looking at green tags left and right. I believe these were on the new rack and I found two of these Ted Baker London little polo shirts. So these are from a good brand. I love selling Ted Baker. These are a size 6. Should be a pretty good size. I would say these look like a size large or extra large from Ted Baker, a men's piece. And I have one in purple and one in blue. I have one in blue and one in purple. And so with also, I get 10% off when I spend over 20 bucks. Obviously I spent over 20 bucks. And so these are $4.50 and I'm expecting both of these to each sell for around $30. That's going to be the hope. And the purple one is the exact same as the blue one. It just is in a purple color. So both size 6 from Ted Baker should do pretty well. And I did feel like I lucked out in the men's section. Just like I feel like I've been spending more and more time getting to know men's brands, and also because I've been looking for office wear for my husband, I'm just spending more time in that section because I'm looking for things for us too. And so I've been finding great pieces, it feels like lately. This next piece is a beautiful formal gown, long length, gorgeous piece, has almost like this kind of like lacing detailing, looks like an applique on the front and around the back, really beautiful. It is a navy blue and white colored sleeveless dress, really pretty, and it is from one of my favorite brands to resell, Tadashi Shoji. I love selling formal gowns, formal dresses, anything that really is kind of more styled up. I really like. I enjoy selling things like this. This was $9.99. I sell quite a few. I've sold so many Tadashi Shoji dresses, and oftentimes I'll list them for anywhere between $75 and like $200. And then I'm assuming, since this is a piece that is a long length, but it doesn't have sleeves, I'll probably sell it around $75, maybe $100 is where I'll list it at, but it should do well. They usually do great for me. And then when I was pulling this out of the bag, this was the first thing I grabbed, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that I found these. I am so excited about these. These are a pair of joggers. They are a very stretchy material, nice pair of joggers, and then the tag is kind of covering it up. But these are from the brand Vuori, which I love finding. I don't find it that often, so anytime I do, it's always a treat. And I know, like with Lululemon, that they have the size dots hidden, and then you can find the size. This one's internal tag has been ripped out, and I don't think they have another way to figure out the size other than that. If I'm wrong, let me know. I would love your help. My guess is, from looking at this, I assume that these are supposed to be kind of like oversized. I think these are a size small, and at the very most a size medium. But super excited that I found these. These were $4.99. So again, $4.50 for those. These retail for, I think, at least $98, if not over $100. So really a deep discount on those. And every time I've had a pair of Vuori bottoms, they've sold for over $40. So I should see a 10x on how much I spent for those at least. And then this is the first time I have found this brand in a hot minute. I can't remember the last time I found a Sundance piece. And so I did find this little gray kind of tunic style top, but then it has this velvet. On camera, it looks really red on my viewfinder, but it's a really deep kind of burgundy color in person. It's a beautiful piece from Sundance. It's in a size medium. So I wish it was even a bigger size, but it is really beautiful. It has ruching on the side of the sleeve as well as on the hips. So nice piece. Sundance should sell, I would say this would probably sell for around $35, and I'll probably list around $30 to $50. This piece, I am going to make my husband keep and wear. Although if he doesn't like it, I guess I should just sell it because this is a really nice piece. This, my friends, is this very long kind of overcoat. It's really nice quality. It is lined, and then it also has a detachable kind of ribbed material that goes around the collar and also down the front that you can zip out. This thing is so nice, and this is from Cole Haan, which I have sold so much Cole Haan in the past, and it's one of those brands that I don't always pick up, but when I saw this super nice, really well-made coat, I just knew it was going to be high quality. And when I looked up what these things cost at the store, it looked like, especially if this was a wool blend, which it is a 60% wool for the shell, it looked like a lot of these were retailing for over $300. So this is a very, very expensive coat, but especially with my husband now having to get ready to go into the office, so he's been a remote worker for the past the entirety of our marriage, 5 years. He's gonna need some nicer clothes to probably wear to work, and so I feel like I really scored with this jacket for him, and it was only $9.99. So I paid $9 for this at the end of the day. I love to thrift. Like this, if this doesn't get you going, I don't know what will. So I found him that amazing, probably like $300 coat. I spent $9 and he tried it on and he looked so good in it. That is such a win, so exciting. Okay, now we also have a pair of Tory Burch shoes here as well. Again, I love to sell Tory Burch. I've never sold a pair quite like this, and I've sold a lot of Tory Burch, but these have that little patent leather kind of cap to the toe, a smaller Tory Burch logo with a little bow there as well. But then we also have, you know, a standard Tory Burch logo on the heel on the bottom. These are really cute. I like that they're gold. I think this will do well as we're heading into spring and summer. And then these are in a size 7.5. Made in Brazil, leather upper. So they are kind of a gold metallic leather, and they look to be in pretty good shape. The bottoms look pretty nice. So I would assume that these will sell for probably around $50. Also, we do have Otis in the background. Somebody was asking me if we still had our puppy, and of course we do. Otis, can you say hi, bud? He's like, no, Mama, I'm asleep. He's such a sweetheart. I love him to death. Okay. Now let's move on to some of these extremely crazy pieces that I have. I have not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 cashmere sweaters to share with you. I cannot believe sometimes the amount of amazing, nice pieces I am able to thrift for such a reasonable amount. Like, I am so grateful for it. Like, this piece, this is really fun. This is kind of small. I would say this is probably a size small. It doesn't have a size, but this is a really fun patterned cashmere sweater. I feel like I don't find those often. This is 100% cashmere. It's from the B. Altman and Company. It's made in Scotland. Now, anytime I see made in Scotland, made in Ireland, I am so likely to grab it. Even just using that as a keyword in my title, I'll put that in the theme category on eBay or in the tags on Poshmark. That helps things sell. This was $4.99. This amazing Scottish cashmere piece. That, my friends, off the top of my head, I will probably list around 50 bucks. That's just, in cashmere in general, I feel like cashmere generally sells for around $50 no matter what the brand is, but these are like Scottish, really nice sweaters. This one is gorgeous. I love the high neck on this. I love that it's like a little heathered gray. This is 100% pure cashmere made in Scotland by Gladstone of Hawick or Hawick. So again, I picked this up. I don't see a size on it, but it is my husband's size. So again, I think I'm gonna give him this. That's how you know you're loved, if you give them one of the cashmere sweaters you thrifted. I could sell this. I looked at comps, I think for around 50 bucks. Again, this was $4.50. Amazing. The cashmere, I cannot. Okay, this one though, I don't know what it is about this cashmere sweater. This cashmere sweater is literally the softest thing I've ever felt in my life. It feels completely different than those other pieces. Not that those were bad, those were amazing. This is deluxe. This is very hard to read, but it's 100% pure cashmere made in Hawick, Scotland by Drumlanrig by Turner and Rutherford. If you guys know what the heck that says, let me know. Maybe pause it and take a look. This is so thick and such a nice cashmere sweater. Again, I think Jeremy's gonna claim this for himself because I don't even know where you'd be able to find something like this. Oh my gosh, there's some holes. Oh no, I missed the holes on this. Okay, anybody that knows how to repair cashmere, let me know. This is the nicest sweater. It's only on the hem, so I feel like that's better. I feel like I might be able to do some fixing to that. There's just a few holes and it's all on the front hem. Crap in a bucket. Okay, I knew I was gonna mess up something and that just happens. Still happy I grabbed it. I'm sure I can fix those somehow. Again, $4.50, worth it. Even with holes, the softest sweater I've ever felt. Okay, 2 more. I feel like I'm overwhelming you with the cashmere. Hopefully you're loving it. I would hope at least. Now this, I feel like this is more of a common brand to find when you're talking about cashmere, and it's 360 cashmere. This is in a size small, and it is just a really nice black cashmere sweater. It's got that kind of mock neck going on up at the top, but that's what the tag looks like. Super nice piece, beautiful condition, 100% cashmere. This one's made in China. So this one, I feel like on the expensive continuum, it's definitely not as expensive as one of those pieces might be, but it still should sell for around 35 to 40, maybe 50 bucks. Beautiful piece. Love it. And just like now my hands are like so accustomed to luxury, like, oh my word, how am I gonna go back to wearing just like the crap that I wear when I am casually just feeling some of these cashmere sweaters on a daily basis? Now this one is 54% wool, 35% cashmere, 11 polyester, and it's a size small from Vince. And I know, guys, I love selling Vince. I love to find it. It makes me happy. I do leave behind pieces if they're not gonna sell for good money, but this is a little V-neck sweater. I looked it over for holes. I'm sure I could have missed one. I will double check it again. I don't see anything wrong with it. But again, cashmere and wool blend. Beautiful sweater for $4.50. I love finding quality quality garments at the thrift store. It just makes me so happy. Like this piece, I felt it and I just knew it was expensive. And I looked it up, and this is a great brand to know for menswear. Even just this plain t-shirt is a good piece. So on camera it might be a little white, but it's actually a really light pink, and it is the nicest feeling quality to it. And I also like that it has these two darts in the back of the shirt. This is a men's piece, and it's from the brand Jack Archer. So I'm gonna do my best to make sure you can see that. Oh, you might not even be able to see it. But Jack Archer, it's in a size large. Again, I think my husband's gonna claim this. It was $4.99, so $4.50. Even for just this plain t-shirt, I think this is called their essential tee. These were reselling for like 30 bucks. But if you found selling from Jack Archer in a jacket, in a more substantial piece, in a sweatshirt, a sweater, those pieces would sell for good money. I saw quite a few like jackets listed for $100, more than that. So that would be something that I would look out for sure. And then a new rack came out, and I have only found this brand, I think, one other time. I found it in the bins. Maybe I found it twice then. The only time I remember finding it was in the bins, and I saw this P on this pair of pants on that new rack, and I was like, oh my gosh, I recognize that. I sold a pair of these before, and that is the brand Public Rec, which I feel like people are kind of just now starting to really pick up on, that it sells well, that it's a nice brand. And I have only really found it now twice, maybe 3 times, but it sells well. So there's the inside tag on it. And I think too, it flies under the radar because there's no tag back here. It just has their size, which is a 34, 36. So you kind of have to like dig around and find the brand tag on this unless you recognize that P on the pocket. These were $7.99, which at my Goodwill, usually pants are only $4.99. So I don't know why they marked these up, which, I mean, I'm still totally fine with. Still a great deal. So I paid, what, $7.20 for these, and they look to be in great shape. I can understand why people really like these. These look amazing to the eye, but then they also have stretch to them, so they're gonna be comfortable. These were a great find. I only sold a pair of shorts, I think, before from this brand, or maybe it was a pair of sweatpants. Maybe have I sold a sweatpant and a pant? Let's look. Okay, so at least on Poshmark, I sold a pair of sweatpants. They sold for $35. But I think these are even better because these retailed at $108 for just the sweatpants. Their pants, I believe, are more expensive, and a lot of the comps for these looked like they should sell for around $50. So maybe 40 to 50. These are in great shape. They're khaki. What a nice pair of pants. So excited. Okay. Then we have, let's talk about this piece. So I was so excited. I feel like this, again, kind of flies under the radar. It was a nude color, so they had just put it out. It is this really nice little oversized kind of sweatshirt material blouse. And it is this kind of mauve-y, dusty rose color. And then this is the tag for tops from Spanx. Now, Spanx bottoms, I feel like haven't been selling as well for me as they used to, but this is an overlooked category from Spanx and one that does extremely well. So this is what the piece looks like. I recently found a Spanx just like t-shirt top. It was a crop top. It was a short sleeve top, and it sold really fast on Poshmark for me for 40 bucks. So Spanx tops, like I would not sleep on them. This one is even better. I think that one I sold was like an extra small. This one is a size large. So awesome size. And it should hopefully resell for even more than the last piece. I would assume 50 bucks. This material is so nice. I think it's called the Air Essentials is what they call their material for their tops. $4.99 for this, should resell for, again, 10xing what I spent on that. Awesome. Okay, a beautiful cobalt blue sweater. This is kind of very Y2K to me. I love this kind of cable knit, chunky sweater. It has a little bit of a scoop neck, not a V-neck, which I think is actually helpful. I don't know if I would have picked this up with a V-neck, but this is from Lacoste. It's in a size 40. So there's the Lacoste little alligator on it. And then there's the Lacoste logo and tag. I like selling this brand. These pieces generally sell for around 40 bucks for me, and it was $4.50. So 10xing the money again. Next up is a brand that I love to sell in shoes, and I especially love it when I find a more substantial piece, like a little booty like this from them. I suspect will do well. It's a little black suede booty with that kind of Chelsea style to it, and these are from Paul Green. So there is the Paul Green logo on the bottom. These ones are in a good, they look like they're in great shape. And then these are in a size 3.5. And so they have weird sizing when it comes to Paul Green. I think they do UK sizing, I think. So these are probably closer to a 6 or 7 is my guess. I'm not super familiar with the UK sizing. I'm better at European, but this is what they look like. And every time I have Paul Green shoes, they sell for somewhere between $50 and $75, generally speaking. So, whew. Is anybody else like getting excited? Is it just me? This is so random. I forgot that I got this. This was $1, but I love vintage Christmas decor. I love vintage decor in general. So I was so happy when I found this cool little nesting Santa. And isn't the littlest one in a stacking, like in a nesting doll, just the cutest thing? Like I always have loved the smallest one. It's just so cute. I am so pleased that I found that. It looks old. It's really nice. It looks old. It looks like it was handmade. I'm excited about that for me, so I will keep that. Okay, now my husband, I originally bought this for my husband, okay? As you can see, I feel like I'm living in my aloe sweatshirts. I love the aloe accolade. I'm an aloe girly now. And so when I found an aloe piece at the thrift store, I got excited. It is an older piece from aloe. It's an older style. So I probably shouldn't have grabbed it, but I was kind of hoping that my husband would want it. I don't think he does, so I'm gonna sell it. It is a size extra large. So like, would I like this? I don't feel like it's me either. I more so like this kind of look, you know? This one is nice though for a dude. I feel like this would be really nice to wear to the gym. And it was only $4.99 for a piece from aloe. Like these sweatshirts, they cost like $128. I love them, but they're expensive. So I don't know, because it's an older style, it might only sell for like 25, 30 bucks. But still, it's probably still worth it. I was just hoping that maybe Jeremy would want it, and so then it'd make it feel even better. Then we have this little shirt. And I'm telling you guys, like, I love looking through the women's section, but something about the men's section is just easier. Like, I was looking through the men's stuff and I was like, wow, like so many of these are really expensive, nice pieces. And so I feel like I need to spend more time looking in the men's section too. But this is a really nice little button down from Mizzen+Main, which is a brand that I put on my men's brands list. So it's definitely one that I have had my eye on the lookout for. And sometimes these can sell for like 30, 40, 50 bucks. I love the print of this one, but it's also my husband's size. So I'll have him try it on first, especially since we're looking for these more formal pieces right now. But I really like this brand. I've only found it, this might be the first time I've found it, but I like that it looks like it's not going to like wrinkle a ton, but it also feels like it'd be comfy. Like it reminds me of the Public Rec material from those pants, which is a great thing in my mind. I think that will do well. Okay, I picked up one vintage piece. Look at this cool vintage crew neck sweatshirt. I love the penguin on it. It also has him holding a candy cane, but then I think it used to light up. Like, you see the lights that used to work on it? But this is definitely vintage. Look at that tag on the piece. A lot of times this tag will clue me in if things are vintage or not. It also looks like it's a single stitch piece on the sleeve hem, and so that's exciting. That would help it do better. And then I don't think that the lights work anymore, but I mean, I think even without the lights, it's cool. I don't even know if it's ever been worn. Like, it feels brand new, but old. Does that make sense? It doesn't feel like it's been worn. Super cool piece. $4.50 for that as well. It has a copyright from Jammy, maybe from 1991. So it's definitely vintage. We're going on what, 34 years or something for this. And so I feel like that will be able to resell. I'll probably list it around 50 bucks. I've done super well selling vintage items, vintage sweatshirts and crew necks especially. And so that was a great pickup. Then I found this size 3X Old Navy denim jacket. and I'm doing some experimenting. I have been really listening to some other YouTubers that sell Old Navy and sell plus size pieces. I'm trying to get more into that area as well. This was $5.99, but it also is my sister's size. And so I'm thinking I'll probably ask her if she wants it first, because I'm always looking for my family and friends foremost. And then if they don't want things, then I resell them. So I'll ask her if she wants this, but I do think if I wanted to resell that, I see a lot of them selling for around $25 to $40. So I wouldn't lose money for sure. Like especially for that great of a size, I feel like that would be not a bad pickup at all. But I'm hoping she wants it because it's really cute. Okay, then I found these two sports bras. And so they're the exact same sports bra, they're just in two different colors. We have this black sports bra, then they kind of both have this rolled, twisted back. So that's the black one, and here's the green one. I thought this green color was so fun for spring and summer. It's pistachio green, which is a great keyword right now. And they're both from Athleta. So I know with Athleta, I do pretty well. It's pretty easy for me to figure out what the style name is based off of doing a reverse image search using Google Lens. And these were both in a 1X and they were only $3.99 each. So I spent less than $4, $3 and what, 40 cents, $3.60. And I think that I can probably resell these for 25, 30 bucks, but I also might try them on for myself, especially the green one. The green one is really cute. I mean, black is more practical, but green's more fun. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll give them a go, but I know that some people really struggle to sell Athleta and some styles from them just take forever and never sell. But also, I actually sell quite a bit of Athleta. You just have to find the right styles and the right pieces, the right colors really make a difference. I wouldn't be picking up patterned things from Athleta, but plain solid colors for me do a lot better. Okay, then we have this beautiful dress. is this the only dress I found? It feels like it. It is this really beautiful metallic striping to it. Can you see that? Kind of like peasant style dress almost. Has tiers to the skirt, has ruffles around the bodice and ruffles on the back. This is so pretty. It was $7.99. I think this came out on a new rack if I'm not mistaken, and it is from Anthropologie. So Anthropologie size medium, really beautiful piece. It's in I would say, navy blue and orange perhaps. It could be black, it's so hard to tell, but it also still has its tie attached, which I feel like is such a win. It's so hard to find these with their ties still attached. So I said I spent $7.99 on this, so $7.20, not bad. This is a big haul. I'm sorry that it's taking me so long to get through it, and I haven't even shown you my favorite item. Like, it's been, I gotta move a little faster, don't I? Okay, let's show you a home good I picked up. I have such regrets. They had 3 of these pieces there, these cutie pie little felt pieces, these felt animal heads. So it looks almost like, what do they call this when they mount a head on the wall? Taxidermy? I don't love that, but I thought this was so cute that it's gonna hang, you can put like a nail on the wall and then hang this against the wall. And then I felt like this would be so cute in a kid's room with maybe like a gallery wall around it, like a long live boyhood sign and like a cool vintage piece of artwork. I love this. I think there's a giraffe and a tiger too. And I kind of regret not getting both, but I still think having one is actually probably better for the look I like. This was only $3.99. I think this is originally from Target. Yeah, from Target. And I thought, I love felt pieces. Is that not so cute? And as we move forward with our adoption process, I know that I will be able to use that in our future kids' rooms. Okay, now here is a random home good, and this is a bolo. So I'm really sharing with you guys a good bolo because I want to find these so bad, but I'm gonna share it with you in case you find it. And it does not make any sense. It's kind of strange. It's a book. Okay, now I am such a fan of this author. I love these books. I feel like everybody loves these books. I was a fan of this while they were coming out. Like, I was waiting every year for A Court of Thorns and Roses to come out. I was waiting every year for a Throne of Glass book series to come out. That was the worst. Anyways, I love these books. Everybody loves these now, and everybody is trying to collect the original covers of these books. So this is a Barnes & Noble exclusive cover for A Court of Silver Flames. I think this would have come out in like 2020, maybe 2021. I looked this book up. This book right here should resell for around $70. Like $70 to $100 is what these pieces are listed at. Insane. This is paperback, but it's in really good shape. I paid $4.99 for this, and it looks like they might not even have they've cracked the spine. No. So like this is called A Court of Silver Flames. It's by Sarah J. Maas. If you ever find a Sarah J. Maas book, you've hit gold. Like, unless it's a new cover, these things are expensive. I'm trying to complete my set of these books, but every time I want to find one of these books, it's on eBay. They sell for at least $30 for just a random book from this series. If you find some books, they're worth a lot of money. This one, worth good money. That was a great find. I already own that book in at least one other cover. So like, should be fine. I should be able to let it go, even though my little hoarding heart says that I should keep it. But very exciting. If you ever find Sarah J. Maas books and you want to send them my way, I will put my P.O. box in the description for you because y'all, I want to finish my collection. Okay, then we have, so that was a book. Then we have this swimsuit. This little black swimsuit has this kind of cutout detailing and goes across at the waist as well. And this is what the back looks like. Just a nice black swimsuit. This was $3.99, and this is from Sea Level Australia. And if I have learned one thing, it's that when a brand says made in Australia, made in India, made in Italy, just made anywhere other than in China is usually great. So anything made in Australia, I have a lot of good luck selling things on eBay to people in Australia. So I felt like this would actually do well. It's a size 16 or a US size 12. So an Australian 16. So size 12, great size. It has adjustable straps, and a lot of these were reselling for around $40. And that's what I expect to make from this, from reselling it on eBay for a swimsuit. It's the perfect time to be selling it. Then we have a pair of Doc Martens. I feel like I've been finding tons of Doc Martens lately. These are the Shoreditch style, and they are in the black patent leather. Really nice pair of Doc Martens. I sell these constantly. These ones I'll probably list around $40 or $50, hope to make $35. They're in a ladies size 6. They don't have any scuffing to the toes, so they look beautiful, should do well. Okay, on a whim, I picked this up for 99 cents. It probably could sell for like $20. It's a vintage Mickey Mouse, which I mean, is kind of funny, but he's wearing a hat and it's dated. So anything dated for Disney usually does well. This is Walt Disney World. It's from 2004. He's wearing a 2004 hat, a 2004 sweatshirt, and then he says 2004 somewhere else. Oh, there it is. On his bag as well. He's so cute. And so I paid 99 cents for this, and now it's vintage. Isn't that crazy? But I thought that he was super cute and he could sell well, or maybe I'll give him to GU. She was born in 2005, and I feel like she might like that. We'll see. Really quick, this piece I went back and forth on. I ended up picking this up because of the color and fabric content. It's a Madewell sweater. I have a lot of trouble moving Madewell items lately, but this color combined with its fabric content gave me enough factors to pick it up. It's this little turtleneck sweater from Madewell. It's in a size medium. And I know that this has, I think it's either alpaca or wool in this, and it looks like it's in great condition. So it's 50% acrylic, 27 wool, then more nylon and elastane. So wool blend, Madewell sweater in a beautiful kind of lilac color, and is $4.99. So she should hopefully sell, I'm hoping to make $30 from her, if not a little more, but I mean, I could just be getting my hopes up. Okay, then this is a very interesting purse that I picked up. I don't know why, but novelty purses and purses like with peacocks do really well. I don't even know what brand this is. I picked this up based off of the fact that it was a leather bag with feet on it that has a peacock on it. It was $3.99. It wasn't very expensive, and the inside is really clean. I probably, if I do a reverse image search, here, Bekah, I'll hold it up for future me to look it up. I assume that I can probably resell this for $40. Just knowing that it's a crossbody style, cute shape, And yeah, so hopefully I'll figure out more about that, but that's what that one is. And then this with, I don't know, this is gonna be so strange. I bought this fabric. It was on a new rack, and I love plaid. I am a sucker for a nice plaid. If you guys can't tell, like my pillow, I just like a classic pattern. I thought this was a beautiful pattern. There's a lot of fabric here. I should measure this, but it also had a little like handwritten note attached to it that said it was Pendleton wool fabric. So knowing that fabric is just so expensive nowadays, especially with like Joann Fabric going out of business, this is a lot of fabric in a really beautiful color scheme. And I only paid $3 or something. If you're at a fabric store, you have to pay like $15 a yard, sometimes more. So there's quite a bit of fabric here. I feel like that was a good purchase. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I would like to start getting into crafting more and getting into sewing projects. I feel like that would make some nice cushions for like a window bench or a window seat, something like that. If you guys have any creative crafty ideas, what would you guys use this amazing like wool tartan kind of plaid fabric for? I love that. I think it's so pretty. Wow, that was a lot of pieces. That was a huge haul, and I know I can talk and talk. So thank you guys so much for not just putting up with me, because I feel like you guys enjoy it when I talk, which is so sweet. But thank you so much for being here and just being a part of my life and being a part of what I do, and watching these videos just means the world to me. Like, you have no idea how much you mean to me. But yeah, so I found some things for myself, some things for my husband, helping out some people in our lives, something for our future kids' room. Like, I'm excited. Life is just so good right now. And we're going to be reselling the majority of these items online. So if you ever want to find something that I put in a video, I'm usually filming things way before they get listed. I know that's horrible. I'm just a one-woman show over here. Sometimes it's really hard to get it all done. But if you're interested in anything, always go and look in my eBay or Poshmark if you're looking for ways to support me. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And until the next video, bye.